Well, if we're good enough to beat the teams that have just been relegated from the Championship, does that mean we're good enough to be promoted? Hello, welcome to part 13 of Home Park Heroes, and coming up in today's episode, we do have our League One fixtures against Swansea and Preston. Since the last episode, we have played a few more games since the closure of the transfer window. We've been in quite decent form since the end of the deadline day. We've won 3 games in a row against Wimbledon, Doncaster, Mansfield, all relatively easy wins. Picked up a 2-2 draw against Bradford, which that was a game we were actually 2-0 down in, but Boateng and Tolage managed to get us back on level terms. We got a win against Cambridge in the Virtue Trophy, which we do sit second in that league if we can find the southern section. Yeah, we sit second. Cambridge are first, so I presume we're going to go through because we do have Fulham under 21s left to play. So I'm not too fussed if we don't go through that. But in terms of the League One table, we're not in a bad position. 9 games into the season, 17 points on the board, 4 points behind league leaders Wigan. I mean, Swindon are second. That's just absolutely bonkers. But obviously, we do play Swansea and Preston, who aren't in the greatest of positions, but they'll be up there they'll be in the top half by the end of the season. If they get relegated, that is just absolutely crazy, and something horrible has gone wrong. But hopefully, we can get the wins against the 2 championship, well, newly relegated from the championship clubs, and hopefully from there we can go on and get promoted at the end of this season. Theoretically, we should be good enough to get promoted if we beat Swansea. So the lineup will be Schmidt in goal, a back four of Heverton, Feeney, Forbes and Larios. Ibrahim at the base of the midfield. Ahead of him, we've got Belarus and Baidu. We've got Morris out on the right, Silvera on the left, and Tolage, who's been absolutely phenomenal, by the way, this season. 8 goals already, and we're not even like a third of the way through the season. For him to have 8 goals already closing in in 10, already closing in on 10, which is absolutely mind blowing. If he gets a hat trick today, that would be absolutely wonderful. I think Lauren Tolage, this is going to be his best season yet. I think the first season he was, I think he had a slow start. Second season, last season, wasn't great for him, but he did score quite a few goals. This season, I reckon he's going to get at least 25, possibly 30. I mean, he's already pretty much halfway to 25, so I reckon he'll definitely get 30 goals in all competitions. That would be absolutely spectacular if he could do that. If he does that, I'm sure we'll get a few offers for him in next summer if we get promoted. That is, obviously, if we stay in League One, that's going to be, I think, alarm bells will be ringing, because realistically, we shouldn't be staying in League One for more than 3 seasons. So hopefully, we do get the promotion this season, especially with our new goalkeeper in the sticks. I mean, he's far better than Billy Cappage, far better than Matt Schuhig, even though I've never actually seen him play. Is he better than Proctor? I reckon I'd say so. I wouldn't say so myself, but Vipotnik has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Swansea with 15 minutes left to go until the end of the first half. I mean, it's not nice to concede that close to half-time, but hopefully we can try and get back into this game, which Swansea do have they've got a very strong team, and considering they're in League One, I thought they'd have like a bunch of nobodies, and but obviously they've still got the likes of Josh Key and Sam Potnick, who obviously just scored against us. And Josh Key whips in. Thankfully, we do get it cleared. Larios clears out to Tollerio. He didn't play for Plymouth. I know Plymouth had a centre back beginning with T not so long ago. I don't think we had him in this save, but he definitely played for Plymouth. I don't know if this guy played for Plymouth, but I might be just making that bit up. But thankfully, we do get it cleared. Danger's still not over yet. Swansea, despite the fact they are in the bottom half of the table, they're a decent team. I just don't know if they've had a difficult start to the season, or maybe injuries have played a part, but hopefully we can try and get back into this game. Hopefully with an equalising goal, preferably before half time. But I just don't think that's going to happen. Larios with the header clearance. Danger still not over yet. Saki runs out of space, so he just couldn't quite get to the ball in time. But thankfully rolls out through a goal kick. Did Maxi guy play? He did play for Plymouth. He did play one season, then went to Stoke, then moved to Swansea. I don't know why he moved to Swansea. I do not know. That's surely a step down in his career, considering he was playing Championship football for Stoke, then signed for Swansea, now in League One. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, why would he make a step down from where he was playing? I mean, that's just absolutely hideous in my opinion. What's hideous is the stats. We've only had 2 shots, 1 on target. It's not great for a team. Well, I do kind of want to get an equaliser, but at the moment, I just don't think it's going to happen. Baidu has committed a foul. Hopefully, he is lucky and only gets a yellow card. Very easily could have been a red, but thankfully, he escaped one of those, which we don't need a red card against Swansea. That's the last thing we need. If we get one of those, that's probably the game done and dusted for Swansea. And Heverton has got the ball spaced out on the right side. Come on, Morris. Morris has been brilliant. I wasn't expecting him to get much game time. Prathy Ibrahim with the strike, but it's a good save from the Swansea goalkeeper to deny us the equaliser goal. I think Shayden Morris, he's been very underrated this season, in my opinion. Obviously, with injuries for Tegan Finn, who is coming on, Morris he's got much more game time now than I was expecting to give him. Ibrahim's also going to make way for Michael Craig. Half an hour left to go. If we can get just a few more shots on goal, I'm sure one of those will end up finding the back of it there. Larios, just keep on running. He didn't need to give up quite so easily, but for Potnick has put the ball into the back of the net. I think this game, Swansea are a decent team. I just don't know. I don't know why they're in the bottom half of the table, but that is it's a little bit annoying because we don't deserve. I mean, we do deserve to lose because we haven't really created many chances. And Tollage, he's basically 1 against 10. There's no one really in the box giving him any form of support. But Belarus with a shot just over the top of the crossbar, very nearly finding the back of the net, but just a little bit too far out. We are going to make a couple more changes. Tollage is going to make way for Downs, and I think Belarus also makes way for Malachi Boateng, and I think that'll probably be the final changes for now. With 15 minutes left to go, the chances of us making a comeback very slim. Unless we can get a goal now, then there might still be time for a late twist of the tail. Downs, I think he might have just been a fraction, might have come back from an offside position. Watson has got the ball. Can we just try and get this one cleared? Hopefully stop them from scoring a 3rd goal, and that was very close. Swansea are performing really well. It's just weird that they're 14th. They should be. Theoretically, both Swansea and Preston, who have had an even worse start. Preston should be the game that we are capable of winning, but it's just not happening today. And Tegan Finn, lovely strike, but just couldn't quite wrap it into that bottom left-hand corner, which he was aiming for, but a very good chance. But we are running out of time to get any sort of goal back, which we're obviously not going to get unless we get a late consolation goal, which obviously won't be enough to make the comeback. But can we just get 1 goal back, please? But Ronald has got the ball. Forbes does header it clear only as far as Franco. Now Josh Key, come on, please. Please don't concede the 3rd goal. Still Ferreira, you went down very early, and that's probably going to be a red card. It is. I mean, there's no point making any subs now, because what's the point? There's barely 50 seconds left on the clock. This will be the final kick of the game. If it's a goal, that's just really, really heartbreaking. I mean, look how far the goalkeeper is. if they header it, oh my god, that was close. A good, very good save from Schmidt, who's had some decent games, some not so decent games. I think this has definitely been one of his not decent games this season. But hopefully we can bounce back with a win next game. But I'm not so sure about that. If we lose against Preston, there is a slight chance. Obviously, other teams have yet to play, so there might be a chance we might be outside the playoffs before the next game. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways with a win against Preston. The lineup for our match against Preston will be Schmidt in goal, a back four of Harrington, Feeney, Forbes and Larios. Ibrahim at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Baidu and Bedrus. Taking Vin out on the right, Benel on the left. Then we've got Dominic or Donovan. Damien, I wasn't right either of the times. Damien Downs up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully try and get back to winning ways to win against Preston, who are really in rubbish form. But I think if we get the win, I think Preston are very much set to sack their manager, who's barely been in charge. Well, he was in charge. I think he got appointed in the summer, and now he's already pretty much set to lose his job, depending on what happens here. But a win would be very, very good, because I don't know where we are in the table, but a win probably will put us back in the playoff spot. So Baidu with the ball, I thought he got fouled there, but I think they just about got away with it. But now out to Harrington. This is looking very positive. Take him in. Can he cut inside onto his Everton? You've got to be choking. That was almost certainly going into the back of the net, but an absolute worldie of a save from the Preston goalkeeper. So we are currently, as it stands, we were fifth before the at the start of the episode. We're now down to ninth. I mean, that shows you how tight it really is and how consistent we have to be, because a few defeats and we start slipping down the table, but obviously a few wins and we will move up the table and hopefully go back into that playoff and promotion hunt, which hopefully goes better than last year, because we all know what happened last year. We absolutely bottled it. And Alves, I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, Schmidt, I mean, it goes right past him. He should have at least got a hand to it, and it's 1-0 to Preston. I mean, according to the stats, we've actually been the better team, but I think it's just a lucky goal from Preston. I don't think the lead will last that much longer. I'm sure we'll definitely grab at least one goal this game, but hopefully two to get the win. But obviously, I will take any points we can get, whether it's a draw or I take a draw against Preston. But Benel with the strike, hits the frame with the crossbar. That was very close to finding the back of the net. And we're getting closer and closer to finding this equalising goal, which hopefully we will get before the end of the first half. Otherwise, similar to the last game, we're going to leave ourselves with a lot of work to do in the second half, which we might not even get a goal. And if that was 2-0, that probably would have been game done and dusted for Preston, because I just don't see us coming back from 2 goals at this rate. But I think, judging by the stats, we are playing not very well. I think we've just been slightly unfortunate that the goalkeeper has made some pretty decent saves, and now they look to build up some form of attack with Brown. Can we hopefully try and stop them from doing that? Afia has got the ball now out to Edwards. Can we stop them from scoring a second goal? Thankfully, the header was just over the top of a crossbar. I'm not enjoying this first half at all, even though the stats look fairly one-sided. Judging by the highlights, we just haven't been at the races at all. It looks like it's been mainly Preston, the highlights so far. But hopefully we can get an equalising goal here. Benel does lose the ball. Hopefully he wins it back. That is absolutely brilliant. That's what I like to see. You lose the ball, then you win it back straight away. Larios continues his run into the box, but just couldn't quite get to the ball ahead of the Preston goalkeeper. They do whip the ball upfield, and we go. It falls straight to Downs. He shoots. He skies it just straight over the top of the crossbar. That's very unfortunate. I think if Tollard was up front, and he had that opportunity, probably 9 times out of 10, that would possibly would have ended up in the back of the net, but it's just just a little bit careless from him. He had plenty of time just to try and place it into the bottom left-hand corner, but he tried to just blast it. Michael Forbes is about to go in the referee's book, or is it just going to be a warning? Just a warning, but obviously it needs to be careful because we don't really have it. I don't think we've got any defenders on the bench. Obviously, we've got McKenzie, but both of our centre backs are currently out injured. He says, just scanning down here on the subs bench. Yeah, both of our centre backs, remaining centre backs, are currently out injured. I think Galloway slightly more serious. I think he's going to be out for at least another month, possibly two. Hopefully, what's the other guy? Matthias Ross. Hopefully, he's back very, very soon. Because Forbes and Feeney, Forbes is decent. Feeney, I'm still not sure about, even though we're paying him 20k a week. I'm still not convinced by him. Harrington is going to make way for Nerville, and I think Larios also makes way for McKenzie. I think that'd be it for now. Half an hour left to play. Can we get the equaliser? I mean, we've had 22 shots, 11 on target. How are we not at least 1-1 or maybe just in the lead by now? I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Ibrahim, now to Bernal. Come on, McKenzie. Could just get the ball into the box. He finds Downs. Nobody really lurking in the middle. I mean, what was that? Just take your time. Just take your time. Wait for Tegan Finn to get into the box, then cross it. Or just play for a corner. That's all I can ask of you. But he should have took much more time. He's going to come off because of that. Tolaj is going to come on. Belarus is going to make way for Caleb Watts. And hopefully from there we can potentially go on and grab an equaliser. And possibly go on and grab the winning goal. Hopefully Tolaj with both of the goals. But let's see if that happens. I mean, 24 shots. An XG of 2.04. 12 corners. This game's absolutely bonkers. Absolutely. I don't know what to make of it because you look at the stats and we should be winning, but no, we're actually 1-0 down. But I guess we just can't. I guess the stats don't mean anything. It's the only thing that matters is we put the ball into the back of there. Obviously, if we win, then we can look at the stats. But no, absolutely ridiculous play. That's a Rabona cross, I think. But Tolaj is there with the equaliser. 5 minutes left to go. I mean, Bernal, absolutely superb. I mean, I did not expect that. He's been absolutely brilliant this game. That is just absolutely ridiculous. The audacity to pull that off when we're 1-0 down, absolutely crazy. I mean, he's going to go far. He really is. But we've got 5 minutes left to go. Nerville has got the ball down the right side. He trips into the box, but it doesn't. His danger's still not over yet for us. Tolaj, Baidu, come on, Tegan Finn goes down the box. Is that not a penalty? Referee? Surely. I've seen those given before. Tolaj, Bernal. Oh, he nearly finds the bottom right corner, but it's just wide of the goal. I tell you what, this highlight is going on a bit. This could be. Oh, imagine if we get the win. I don't think we will, but I can't. I don't know what to think of this. Thank you, McKenzie. Yeah, obviously, if he messed that header up, they would have been through a goal. But now plays the ball to what's happening? That's just pathetic. There's a reason why we tried to sell you in the summer, because you're just not good enough. We will try and sell him in January, because I'm not a massive fan of Caleb Watts, not at the moment. But now has got the ball. Will he put the ball into the box to try and find Tolaj? Tries to find Tegan Finn at the back post, but it does fall to Nerville. We've got 2 minutes remaining. But now that's the shot. He puts the ball into the back of the net. Did he stay onside? He didn't. The Lino does put his flag up, and that might just be the last bit of action. But that could have gone either way. We could have got the win, but it's a 1-1 draw in the end. I think we were very. I think we probably should have done a lot better considering the stats. 26 shots, 12 on target and we come away with a 1-1 draw, I mean, it's a positive result. I'll take it. Obviously, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, losing 2 games in an episode, never a good feeling. But hopefully, we can start get the ball back rolling again, and hopefully go on a nice run of games. Because we've got some easy games. We've got Cambridge, Colchester, McDonald's, all very simple games, all winnable games in my opinion. So I think probably what we'll do is we'll play a whole bunch of games. Hopefully, come back sort of halfway through the season, and we'll probably just try and pick out a few difficult games to play. So I think in the next episode we'll be playing against the other relegated team, and that is Watford. Then we'll also play our match against Rotherham. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for lots more Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.